morning and welcome back to the vlog. If you are new here, give me a follow, give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below and let me know where you are in the world. So if you're new here, I'm Emma J. Moorcroft. I'm a women's health, wellness, confidence and fat loss coach. So it has been a hot minute since I vlogged and I'm very sporadic with these, so I do apologise. I'm just getting ready for the gym and I'm just straightening my hair. So yeah, where have I been? Where have I been? Oh, that's my bra, let's hide that. I've struggled. So I think the last few vlogs you would have seen, I should be using my mic right now, but I don't know where it is. So apologies if this audio is a bit up and down. I will use it for the next clip. So where have I been? I think the last video you've seen, I was documenting, getting back into it. I'd had my spinal surgery. I was, I think, about 3 months post-spinal surgery, and I was just getting back to being a bit consistent. Well, it went out the window. It was so bloody hard. I was just really struggling, back pain, flare-ups, and I just stopped vlogging. But we're back, and I've already got 4 weeks of consistency under my belt. I'm now working with a coach, and I just needed that accountability. I needed someone just to kind of be in my back corner to keep me going on those hard days, because it is hard to keep yourself going. And obviously this is exactly what I do for my clients as well. So yeah, I thought I'd share with you my first check-in, or this week's check-in versus when I started. So I'll just pop those up on the screen. So here, that was me, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, and this is me now. Slight differences, definitely feeling a lot better. Measurements have come down, and overall I'm just so happy that I'm consistent again. Okay, I'm heading to the gym now. I'm on my fringe journey at the moment. I'm trying to grow it out. How long I last trying to grow it out, that's a different story, but girl can only try. Also going to finish painting today. I say finish, do some painting. This blue, we are painting it a light grey. So I started last weekend, started painting this wall white, as you can see, but it's very patchy, so I need to do that. I need to paint the rest of the hallway, and I'm gonna go see my mum later. So I had a baby shower yesterday, which is very exciting for my little niece or nephew. Don't know what he or she is going to be. It's a surprise, basically. So I hosted that, and I'm all peopled out, so just need a really relaxed day. Tammy, you're a dog owner, if you own one of these. But anyway, so going back to where I was, so now working with a new coach. I say it's a new coach, it's not a new coach, it's my friend, but I absolutely love her and she's keeping me accountable. So we've just got the same values, the same morals when it comes to our coaching styles. Like, there's so many knobheads out there, that's all I'm going to say. A lot of crap out there in the fitness industry, but we have the same values. So yes, working with my friend, which is going really, really well. So my weight has fluctuated this week, which is fine. And something I'm just really trying to shout from the rooftops at the minute is, like, it really doesn't matter what the scales are saying if you're being consistent, if you are ticking your boxes, and if you're rinsing and repeating week in, week out, those results are coming. I mean, my weight has fluctuated, but my measurements are coming down. My photos are looking better, and that's what's important. You know, your habits, the more consistent you can get, the results will follow. Results follow consistency, and that's all I'm focusing on. So I got my holiday in 3 weeks, and I'm using a new camera at the moment, so hopefully the quality is so much better. Mic, just reminded myself I needed a mic. Hopefully that sounds better. So off to train some legs, and I'm managing about 4 exercises. So I'm doing sort of like compound / accessory work. I need the car keys. Yeah, so holiday, 3 weeks today. Goal is to tighten up a little bit more, ideally another ½ an inch off my waist. Currently sitting at 24.5 inches, which is cool. So when I started, I think I was like 25.75. So we're doing good. Yeah, what else have I got to update you on? Oh yes, my hip. I'm seeing a hip consultant tomorrow, which is what I was in the middle of saying to you before I turned the camera off. So basically what my physio thinks is my hip, so the one I had surgery on back in 2017. So I had hip dysplasia. Ooh, 1 second. Hey Google, play Capital FM. Ooh, subject lost. Am I back in the room? Am I back in the room? There we go. When I had my hip dysplasia surgery in 2017. Right, Mummy, be back soon. Look after the house. No parties. It won't be long, okay? I've got my bottle. She thinks I've been overcompensating all this time, which led to the back problem, which my back problem hasn't gone. So they think my hip has something to do with that. So x-ray tomorrow and basically see what happens. So yeah, I'm potentially looking at further surgery, which is a pain in the bum. I think I might have hip impingement, which is basically extra bone growth on the pelvis and the femur bone, which I know I've got because I've had this pinching, horrible sensation basically since I had my original surgery, and it's just kind of got worse. Oh my god, this camera is so hard, like getting used to. So yeah, they think I've got this hip impingement, which I feel like I know I've got because I've got that pinching feeling, and I've always had that, and I had it pre my first surgery. So what my physio said was the first surgery likely was for making sure like my hip didn't dislocate, and it was to make sure that my femur bone was covered more, which would prevent like early arthritis. So the first surgery did its job, but there's more to it than that. I think that's what's causing my back pain still. Joys, like I'm not worried about having surgery, it's more so the stress of the rehab, and I know it's short term and I know it's fixable then for the rest of my life, but it's like, oh really, if I got to go through rehab all over again? But it is what it is. Trying to be pragmatic about it, trying to stay glass half full and all that. So going to the gym now. I've got 200 calories to do cardio. Oh shit, I didn't take my pain relief. I have to pop back into the house quickly. Rehab, so I'm still doing my back rehab exercises, and I'm also doing pre-hab exercises in the anticipation that I need this surgery, as well as just glute strengthening exercises in general, because my glutes are so weak still, and a little bit of legs. BRB, gonna go take some pain relief, otherwise I will be hanging out of my arse as soon as I start walking. Hello baby. Oh, did you just burp? You just burped. Ughy pants. Ughy pants. She's got Mr. Broccoli. Let's show you to Mr. Broccoli. Oh my god, I'm still getting used to this camera. Where's Mr. Broccoli? Maya, come here. Don't pretend you're camera shy. Oh, she's too quick for my camera. Right, pain relief. So I've run out of my normal tablets, so I can't get those until tomorrow. So I'm actually taking a little bit of liquid morphine. It is absolutely vile. I'm only going to take a little bit because it is strong. So, oh my god, I'm so messy. I'm just going to take 2 ml. I'm like a little drug dealer. I'm not. Right, how do I do this now? I've got to pull up the syringe. There we go. 2 ml. Oh, it's disgusting. So I've got this for like emergencies. My back is killing today from the baby shower yesterday, just being on my feet, being the host. Not like it was my baby shower, but it was, because I planned everything and it was so much fun. I like doing stuff like that. So this is just going to give me a bit of extra relief whilst I go to the gym. I'm gonna take some paracetamol as well. And we will eventually get to the gym. So, on another note, what was I gonna say? Shay's away at the moment. He is currently doing the big RAF event in Gloucester, the big one. So this is the big air show. So he's been away for the past week and he's away for another week. Right, better get back to the car because I left the car keys in there. Okay, so I'm just doing my clams and these are the literal burden of my life. When I first started doing these, I could literally only get my legs like there. So like my range of motion has definitely increased, but they're so hard. And I find it really, really hard to activate my right glute. Now this is the hip that I had surgery on. It's so hard. It takes forever and a day doing these to activate that glute. Okay, clams level 2, so that's feet in the air. These are surprisingly a bit easier. It's funny how the easier clams are harder for me. Oh, it's starting to kick in now. I can start the glute feeling like it's working. Oh, nearly there. So it takes me a good like 30 minutes to do my rehab, so that on top of steps, on top of cardio, I'm here forever. I've lost count. Level 3 clams, so foot hooked behind the knee, knee down. So this is called a cupcake. I got nails on those, so it's really hard, so I'm using my bent part of my finger and we're lifting up. Again, these are a little bit easier than level 1, but they're harder in the sense I can really feel them working, but I've got to do all 3 levels. 4, last one. 5, well done Em, well done. Okay, I'm going to do all that again on the other side. Okay, I've got my cardio to do and my CBA. I'm going to get it done though because my goals mean everything to me. 270 calories to do. I thought it was like 210, but it's not. It's a lot. So I'm going to jump on the Stairmaster, see what I can manage, and then I'm going to jump on the treadmill, and I also want to do a little bit of legs, just a little pump, get the blood flowing, and then wish me luck. It's currently 2 o'clock. I'm shattered. I want my lunch. I want to go home and sleep. But we're getting this done first. Okay, we are done in the gym. Haven't done all my cardio just yet. I'm going to go home, have my lunch, because my energy is so low, so low. Go home, have my lunch. I need to pop to the shop, ideally Sainsbury's, just because I want to get the no sugar Ep4, which is my favourite. Not for any specific reasons, I just prefer the taste. And I'm going to do some painting. I'm going to do a little bit of work later, jump on the treadmill, do my cardio and take Maya for a walk, finish my steps, and I'll also use that if I need to get any like leftover cardio done. And I'm going to paint and then pop to my mum's later. Okay, back from the gym, I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep. Not proper meal prep, but I'm going to put on all my sausages. I'm going to put on a bunch of potatoes for the week, and I'm going to make a massive ratatouille. I'm going to put these on and make today's potatoes, and then after I've eaten, I'm going to make potatoes for the rest of the week and my ratatouille for the rest of the week. I just kind of want to eat right now rather than standing here chopping. So let's get to work, shall we? And let's have a little bit of a chat. So I did, that's very dangerous, isn't it? I did, how many calories on the cardio? 56. So yeah, need to do more. I did train legs very moderately. I did 4 exercises. I did 2 sets on each. My back was killing, which is just so annoying. So I'm not really building muscle right now. I'm just trying to preserve it because I can't go heavy. Any sort of like tension on my back, my core is just causing like aggravation. So just keeping it light, keeping it pumped, and that's the vibe. I'm gonna put these in the air fryer. So that will be today's sausages and tomorrow's sausages. I'm literally living on sausages at the minute because my protein, because these were on offer. Very nicey. So we buy a lot to keep costs down and to make life easier. So I'm just gonna put this on for 15 minutes time, and then I will add my sausages. Anyone else who has an air fryer and then goes doo 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 every time the ninja makes a noise, or is it just me? So holiday, 3 weeks time. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit more about where I was between my last vlog and where I am now. So my last vlog, I do need to check, but basically I think it was back in March or April, and things were okay. I was just finding things so difficult. My back was just really inconsistent. I was trying hard, but I was just overeating on the weekends, basically. Nothing crazy, just enough to bring me up to maintenance. So I put on a little bit of body fat, which is fine. So my starting weight was 60.5 4 weeks ago, and now I'm this morning 58.6. Last week I did drop down to 58.2, but then my digestion went absolutely bonkers and it's been up the past week. But that's okay because I know it's just a fluctuation. I spoke to my coach this morning. FYI, courgette is the one. It's like so easy. Let me just change my settings here. It's so easy, so low in cal, and it's just lovely. So I'm gonna make myself some courgette, onions, and mushrooms, and I'll probably chuck in some green beans just to bulk it out and to get some extra protein. So yeah, 3 weeks left. Coach says about getting me into the 55s, which is cool. But as I said, like I'm also working towards getting those inches off as well. So goal is to kind of get back to kind of like 24-inch waist, which is actually where I was for my photo shoot back end of last year. So, you know, in the grand scheme of things, the weight really doesn't make much of a difference. So yeah, that's that. But I'm so ready for my holiday. So ready. It feels like forever since we went to Cape Verde last year. So we're doing 3 weeks traveling the west coast of France. We've actually booked our travel now. So we leave on the 9th of August and we're back on, I think it's 21 days from there, whatever that is. So yeah, can't wait. Just ready for like consistent sun rather than like these heat waves in the UK and then torrential rain like it is today. Trying very carefully not to cut my fingers off. I need to get some garlic as well. Love my garlic. So yeah, I'm a bit sort of excited / apprehensive for my hip surgery tomorrow. Excited that, you know, they might find something which means it'll stop my back hurting and also improve my hip as well. There we go. Apprehensive because surgery again potentially, but excited because, you know, hopefully getting it sorted. Oh my god, the onions have gone to my eyes now. Oh shit, I forgot to put my potatoes on. Okay, let's just do a couple more mushrooms and then I'll put my potato on. Right, question, do you eat the stems of your mushrooms? Like, that's a bad one, personally. I don't think that's a nice looking stem. But then, that stem, that's quite nice. So, it depends on the stem. Right, I'm gonna sort this out and then I'm gonna show you my food. Okay, food done. Took way longer than what I needed to. My potatoes took forever to cook. I don't know why. If anyone can explain the scientific reason for it. But whenever I put 2 things in the air fryer, or could even be like the oven, the microwave, they just cook extra slow. So yeah, got my potatoes, Okay, so I've got my potatoes, my tin tomatoes, veg, and my sausages. It doesn't look like much, but it's delicious. I've already started munching down on my veg because I was starving. I'm gonna tuck into this. I also added some curry powder as well, so it's quite spicy. It's very nice. I'm very mindful. Very demure. Okay, I'm gonna munch on this. Okay, guys, wish me luck. I'm starting my painting. So basically, my goal for the next hour is to get this wall painted completely. Hello, Mimu. Paint over this because I've already done like one-ish coat, and then maybe work on this section here. This is all of my stuff here. It's like a complete mess space. It needs tidying up. And then we're hoping to get under the stairs done. We've currently got like push-out drawers. And in here, it's like all the shoes you can ever imagine. Like, it is insane. So we want to re-get under the stairs done and make it like a puppy zone, so we can still have coats hanging up, get rid of a lot of shit, and then turn this area into like a under the stairs dog area. That's the plan. Okay, so I've had my hip appointment this morning. My treadmill's making a funny noise. So basically, he thinks I have hip impingement, pincer impingement, which is the hip socket and the femur bone catching. Now, that's exactly kind of what I had before with hip dysplasia. But there is a difference. So when I had my initial surgery for hip dysplasia back in 2017, it was because my hip socket wasn't covering my femur bone enough. So they've covered the bone, but the problem is now, when you do the surgery, you can never sort of guess if it's going to be covered in the right place. Where 8 years down the line, turns out it wasn't covered in the right place, and there's been bone growth, which means the femur bone has been catching on my hip, which is causing me a pinching, cracking, clicking, pain sensation for me, basically for the past 8 years. But I just kind of thought, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but I just kind of thought that that was it, that was my hip. So yeah, gotta have an MRI hopefully this week, and then I'll see the consultant again, and then we'll be able to put a plan of action in place to know what we need to do next. But so just doing my check-ins and getting some steps in at the same time. A little bit of an update from coach. We have decreased calories by 100 per day, increased steps, technically by 1500 per day. My step goal last week was 14,000, but I was averaging on about 14,850, so nearly 15,000. So we're tagging on an extra 500, so 15,500. And cardio is being increased as well. So I better get to it.